is HaYom Yom, sayings by the previous Lubavitcher Rebbe. With three things, types of service, we should appreciate, we young people should approach their service of God. Shalom Menachem. Three things. What are the three things we should keep in mind? Three types of service. That's the essence of what Judaism is. Love, love, love. Love of God, love of the Torah, and love of the Jewish people. That should be set in our mind, the attitude and the vehicle and the means of doing all the commandments and all of Judaism have to be permeated by these three things. If one of them is missing, something's missing. Loving God, love the Torah, and love the Jews. We have to bring the hearts of others closer to doing practical commandments and to setting regular times for learning Torah. You want to serve God? Wonderful, serve God. But you have to serve God with two other things in mind. Number one, the Torah. It has to be according to the Torah. It has to be learning Torah. And the Jewish people. You can't leave one out. You can't say, I'm going to serve God and learn Torah and forget about the Jewish people. You can't say, I'm going to serve God and love the Jewish people, but the Torah is not so, but it's a little bit too hard, the Torah. Can't do it. Or you can say, listen, I got the Jewish people, I have the Torah, but forget about God. Let's be human, we'll be normal. All of those means that's not full Judaism. You have to have the love of God, the love of Torah, and the love of the Jewish people. Okay, all of these three things are very restricting. If you just love the Torah and you love the Jewish people, then you can do what you want to. You're not restricted by what God says. Or you can love God and you love the Torah. Then also there's no restrictions. You love the Jewish people. You want to keep Shabbos, keep Shabbos. You want to play your guitar on Shabbos, do it. Main thing is you love God and you love the Jewish. It doesn't have to be according to the Torah. Or if you love God and you love the Torah, but you don't want anything to do with other Jews, so you're missing a big point of Judaism. You have to bring other Jews closer to do Torah and the commandments. It's this again. This. Oh. And you have to have regular times for learning the Torah. You don't know how to learn the Torah? Go and ask somebody. Go to your local Chabad house or to your local synagogue. Say, I want to learn Torah. How do I do it? They'll find a way. We're talking about a normal synagogue. They must do this without paying any attention to politics, to, how do you say, factions. Factions means like different groups. Every Jew is different from every other Jew. And Jews, they're subdivided, but they're also supra united. Huh? Is that a good word? I just made that up. Every Jew is different from every other Jew, but you can find similarities enough between different factions of Jews so some Jews are Litvisha Jews, and some Jews are Sephardic Jews, and then Sephardic Jews, there's Iraqi Jews, and then there's Moroccan Jews, and then there's among the Hasidim, then there's Gur, and there's Bells, and there's this, and then also among the Litvisha Jews, there's Slobodka, and there's Panovich, and there's all the different. So then in Chabad, there's people, the Rebbe is yes the Mashiach, is not the Mashiach, all these different groups. Forget about the groups. Forget about factions. Forget about what's different. You have to find the truth. What's similar in every single Jew. All the factions also have their truth to them. That obviously they do. The fact that every Jew is different from every Jew and every human being is different, that's also true. But that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for what's similar in everyone, especially in the Jewish people. What's similar? The absolute truth is that the heart of every Jew is a wellspring, a source of living waters, and there is a covenant. What's a covenant? God, a guarantee of God that if you make effort and you publicize, they'll always have results. Our job is to wake up every Jew in the world. Forget about politics, forget about differences, look at what is similar, and bring every Jew to his true Jewish identity, Torah, the love of Jews, and the love of God. That's the true identity of every Jew. That is Adar Aleph, not Adar Base. This year there's only one Adar, so both of them, we read both of them. All that is sacred to the nation of God of Abraham, and there's the Jewish people, and is fundamental to the house of Israel, in having a upright generation, a proper Jewish identity generation, kashrut of food, holiness of Shabbat. This was given all the important things, namely the kashrut of the food, education of the children, the holiness of the house, the holiness of Shabbos. This was given to the women. This was entrusted to the woman. A woman who fulfills her obligation and destiny in the life of the family, in conducting the home, and seeing that the education should be according to the Torah. This woman is what is King Solomon talks about in Mishlei, the woman of wisdom constructed her house. She builds the house. In Mishlei, it's in Proverbs. Someone said it very, very nicely. It says, it's much greater accomplishment to have a child, to have two children, than to be the CEO of a multi-million-dollar business. Women nowadays, to be a CEO of a multi-million-dollar business, that is success. That is success. It says to have children and have a proper home, that's a much greater success. It's not as glorious. You don't get your picture in the paper, right? Get you the paper, but the paper gets thrown away. And the people that read the paper, they forget it. But a woman that has children, raises them up, that doesn't get thrown away. And the one who reads that is God. And God does not throw it away.